Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And 10 of Cups. This is ultimate fulfillment. This is really the card about your dreams coming true, right? This is that dream life. Yeah. What are you dreaming about? What is it that you would wish for, but it almost feels like it's unattainable? What is your biggest wish, your biggest dream that you can think of, right? Let's put this into some context. This is a very good card. Very, very good card. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, we've got a Knight of Swords. Interesting. And this might be really a quickly developing situation. It might be a conversation, really, that builds up like a lot of passion, right? It's almost like you're in just a kind of regular conversation with somebody. But something gets said, a word, a phrase, an idea is born, right? And it's just, it snowballs into this passion, this enthusiasm. Before you know it, you're making plans and you're getting very ambitious about something. Yeah, it really like sparks something in you. And it might be just kind of a synchronicity. It might just be a random word that they say that just, it hits on something. Yeah. Let's see what else we've got. Got the Magician card, the Two of Cups, and we've got the Prince of Pentacles, the Builder. What are you building? Well, a nice, stable, secure foundation into which, this is kind of like you're building the vessel to contain this 10 of Cups. We've got the Sun card, the Star card, the High Priestess, and the Moon, your power card at the end. Wow. Wow, that's kind of unbelievable, right? A lot of major arcana energies here. A lot of, these are all like perfect cards. Yeah, kind of unbelievable. Yeah, I feel like you are, I feel like you're being called to some, God, I almost wonder if are you involved in some sort of like a charity organization, or do you like volunteer your time somewhere? Because I feel like you're not donating, you're not giving people money, right? You're teaching people something. You're providing something for people to help them. I don't think it's just like working at like a food pantry or something. I feel like you're volunteering somewhere. Maybe it's a job. Maybe you're getting paid for your time, right? But you're teaching others how to harness their own energy, harness their own power, teaching people how to heal themselves or how to heal their lives in a way. What is that about? There's something going on there. But you're being called to do that in a really major way. And I think that you are a bit of a natural mystic. I think you are even maybe like a medium. Yeah, I feel that you're able to channel some spiritual energy in a really major way. And somehow that's combining with this work that you do, whether it's charity work or whether it's your job or whatever you're doing that is helping others. I feel like the medium kind of thing, your psychic spiritual energy is really going to play a major role in that work. Okay, and your success at that work. I feel like you're building a bit of a following here even. I think you're going to get recognized for the work that you do. I think you're going to stand out as a leader in your field, whatever it is. I don't know if you're teaching people, training people, whatever, I don't know what that is yet. But I feel as if you're getting recognized, right? We've got that sun card here. We've got the star in the environment, but you're this radiant sun, right? You're the sun that it's like everybody is kind of surrounding, right? Everybody is kind of absorbing your energy. Everybody is, I don't want to say it, everybody's kind of worshiping that energy in you, right? Everybody really can see it. It's hard not to be affected by that. When you're in their presence, they can't help but be drawn to whatever it is that you've got or that you're doing, this energy that you have. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And let's just set it down right over here. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the tarot reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. All right. Let's look around the room. Major. I think Spirit is really... Spirit's really telling a distinct message, a very loud message here for you, right? You're going to be at the forefront of something. You're going to be recognized for your talent, your skill. It's like you're kind of center stage. I don't know if you're a motivational speaker, whatever it is. It's like all eyes are focused on you. And this is something maybe to do with teaching, maybe to do with healing, right? Medicine or something, something along those lines. But you're the one that everybody is like, wow, there they go. It's kind of like everybody's going to know your face, or at least the name. And I don't know if this is exactly what you've dreamed of in life. This is what you've ever wanted. I feel like you have had kind of an idea since you were very young about what you are kind of good at. I almost feel with the Two of Cups here that you kind of knew that you had a gift, right? But didn't quite know, especially as a kid. I mean, who knows these things as a kid? Like how it was going to develop or what it would kind of turn into or how you would use it. Or that you would use it, I think life starts to happen, and sometimes we forget about our natural gifts, our natural talents. Sometimes this just kind of gets lost in our past, gets lost in our subconscious, and we forget, But maybe as a kid you had a lot of recurring dreams. Maybe you had a really strong sense of that talent of I would really be good at this sort of thing, or I really enjoy doing this, or not even consciously. It's just something that happened, something that you felt, Spirit's also telling me that you moved a lot when you were a kid. You went from different, I don't know if you're a military family, or, changing jobs or something. But I feel like you moved to a lot of different places. I feel like your father has passed. I feel like your father is the one that you have this conversation with, that something clicked. Yeah? Something clicked and you realized what this dream is. And maybe this is something that's even happening now. Maybe your father has passed. And maybe it is through this kind of spiritual conversation, psychic conversation. Because I feel like that energy is still with you. And I feel like your dad was kind of like your best friend in a way, Did they pass from cancer? I'm getting an image kind of that kind of darkness in the body. But I feel like they were always kind of the best friend. And maybe it was even, when they were still alive, or in this form of existence, right? Because I feel like the consciousness does live on. I feel like they are still with you, but they're at a different rate of vibration, right? So we don't always see or sense their presence, I think you do probably more than other people do. Sense the presence of things. Like I feel like you do have that kind of mediumship ability. And I feel like it might be through that, or it might be a conversation that had already happened. But I felt like it really sparked this light bulb, like above your head. And you realized that it kind of connected you back with that whole childhood feeling, or whatever this kind of talent was, or this skill was. Maybe this was when you were a kid. Maybe it's a little bit of the sixth sense, right? Maybe when you were a kid, you had a lot of these kinds of experiences, psychic or, paranormal kind of things. And now you're realizing, wait, yeah, that's a natural gift that you have. And I think you're discovering a way now to build, to manifest this in your life, to use this to help people, use this to, give your gift to the world. And to do that, you need a vehicle, right? And that vehicle is the earth energy that we see here. You have to build a structure around this, right? It's kind of like you have to have a business or a website, or you have to have a place where you can go get on stage, or you have to have some sort of a venue. Maybe it's a YouTube channel. I don't know what it is. But there's some place where this energy is going to really be put to good use, and it's going to be the vehicle of your giving this gift to the world, right? And of course, you deserve to be paid for your time and efforts. This could, like I said at the beginning, it could involve the current work that you do. Because I'm getting this idea that you're already involved in something that's helping people, but now the realization of this kind of latent ability almost is giving you a new perspective on this current work that you do. And it could be that you're somehow, I don't know if it's going to be a breakthrough, if you're innovating something, if you're reforming something, but you're taking what is this Four of Pentacles, and I feel like you're building it into almost like an empire, right? Almost just something that is like, it sets you apart from everybody else. It's something that's going to have offices everywhere, Paris, London, France, or, where, I don't know, wherever else. Cairo. Something that makes it very unique and distinct, right? I don't know quite what that is, but the Magician card underneath everything. This, I think, is you figuring out how all of this is going to come together. This is you taking what is a natural ability and refining it. Yeah, refining it into the skill. Talent is like what they say. Success is like 1% talent and like 99%, effort or practice or whatever. This is you taking what is a natural ability. Like I say, you're like a natural medium, a natural mystic. And you're refining that, and you're figuring out how to intertwine this with what may be like a business or a foundation or an organization or a group, right? Or maybe it's a church, a temple, a lodge, an order. It's something that is going to give you a lot of recognition. Yeah, and it is something that is helping people. It is teaching them to fish, right? Rather than just giving them the fish. So I feel like this is really meant to heal people in some spiritual way. I don't know if it's like through, holistic healing, Reiki or crystal healing or acupuncture, maybe something along those kinds of lines. But you've got a lot of work still to do. Now we've got the Prince of Pentacles up here at the top. There is the need then to take these plans, take this idea, this inspiration, and then start building it. Start doing the work. Everything is great as an idea, but it's once we really start implementing that idea and start building the thing that we start realizing kind of like where we need to revise our plans, where some of the flaws might be, where the weaknesses might be, and we can really, really come together. This is the vehicle, right? And it's going to take a lot of revisions. It's not, nobody just puts out one thing And there it is. It's flawless, right? Everything kind of everything's like a prototype, It's just the first version. We're going to have to go through a few versions of it before it's kind of perfect. But I think even then you're going to be revising things and, improving on the way things are. Let's go to the path of the serpent now. This is where the really good stuff, all this major arcana, right? As we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And it really does help out the channel, and I really do appreciate that. Okay. So we've got the star card, and to me the star is really, you're the source of all light and life and inspiration and love around you. So I think you're kind of becoming the center of attention. I don't think you want to be. I don't think you like to be the center of attention. But I think that you're going to be recognized for your accomplishments, okay? And with that is going to come a lot of kind of almost celebrity status, right? Like a semi-celebrity. It's going to come with financial success. It's going to come with a lot of responsibilities, though, okay? And I think that it's humbling to you. I don't think that you ever are looking for that, right? Because in your eyes, you still feel like you're still learning, that you're still new to this, that you still have a lot of stuff to do. You still have a lot of accomplishments. The star really is still far away, right? You don't realize how close the star is. The sun is a star, right? This is your star. This is you. But you still feel as if you're still somebody who's back here, who's like a kid who still isn't really sure what to do with their life. So there's a real humbleness in you, and that's part of I think what makes you very special. I feel that you really do love helping people. I feel that you see yourself as just kind of like someone who's in need of healing too. I'm just a fellow sufferer on the path, trying to pass on whatever knowledge or wisdom or whatever energy you have, just trying to help your fellow traveler, right? Other people are going to see you as much, much more than that, and that's okay. You'll figure out how to deal with that. Don't lose your humbleness, I think you really do enjoy seeing other people smile. It brings you joy to see people feeling good, enjoying themselves. It feels good to us when other people are pulled out of their suffering a little bit. You know what I mean? And so I think that whatever you're doing is something related to that. You're helping people get out of suffering. Yeah. I think you've had visions. I think when you were a kid, you had a lot of those kind of spiritual visions, maybe even a lot of, imaginary friends. I think you were a bit of an oddball when you were a kid. I think those are the best kids. I feel like you were maybe a little bit lonely as a kid. Yeah. I think if you were traveling, family kind of traveled, if you moved a lot, and then of course you had this kind of unique talent, ability, there's just this something that sets you apart. I can see that maybe you were a little bit, didn't have a ton of friends, right? But I feel like your dad really, really stepped up, really bonded with you, and really was like a really close friend for you up until the time that they passed, and even now I feel still with you. Yeah. Did you have a bad fall on a bicycle? Spirit's showing me a bike, but with the tires bent and just kind of spinning, Did you have was it a bad fall? I almost think that maybe you were you had to spend some time in the hospital from it. Maybe you broke something, or maybe they just had to make sure your head was okay, right? I think it's something with the head. You turned out to be fine, but I think that was a defining moment for you, Maybe you're doing something in healthcare. Maybe you are going into some sort of end-of-life services or some kind of nursing or a death doula or something along those lines. I can't really pinpoint what it is, but it's something that's really helping people. really helping people who are suffering. Yeah. Do you keep I feel like you keep a gratitude journal, or if in your just regular diary, I feel like you write down things that you're thankful for every day. Yeah. It's part of this kind of humbleness that I feel in you. I'm also seeing a yellow house. Was your house yellow? Is the building where you work now yellow? But I'm getting this really like kind of yellow thing, or maybe that's in the future. Maybe that's what your kind of office is going to be. We do have that sun card anyway, right? So it could be that radiance, that's just that golden light radiating from wherever you are. Maybe it's the color of the house. Maybe it's just your light shining. Yeah. We've got the star card here in the environment. This does show that you are following your path. You're being called to your path, to your destiny. And I think you're hearing the call. I don't think you're fighting the call in any way. We don't have any other swords cards here. We just have that Knight of Swords, which I think is that conversation that really sparked something, and kind of all of this kind of made sense when this conversation happened, and then we've just been building ever since. So I don't see that there's really any confusion or doubt on your part. I think it's just a matter of dealing with the success, dealing with this kind of fortune and fame that I really feel is coming your way from this work that you're doing. You do feel like you have more road ahead of you. You still are looking to follow your star. You're still trying to follow the lodestar, right? The guiding light in your life. And so we've got the star and the high priestess here. The high priestess is what is bringing the messages from the star to you, informing you. So I think you're still having a lot of very vivid dreams, a lot of visions, a lot of realizations, a lot of synchronicities in your life. Yeah? A lot of synchronicities in your life. And I think that you have learned over the course of your life to follow those synchronicities, that you're not ignoring the message, but it could be that with this idea of the mediumship, that sometimes we don't know whether the message is for us or for someone else, And so that, I think, is the difficulty. And that's why this card's in the position of the difficulty, right? This is the difficult position in the spread. And I think it's there because we don't always know who the messages are meant for. And I think the more we kind of tune in, the more messages we get, and it makes it even more crucial for you to have some sort of control over that. To be able to power down, turn it off when you need to. Yeah. To at least lower the volume sometimes, so that we don't get just kind of too much data, too many impressions, we get overwhelmed, right? You have a very clear antenna to the spirit realm, and I think that we need to be able to turn it off. Have you been getting a lot of headaches lately? I feel like there's something with the vision too that's been kind of happening. I think you're seeing a doctor. Continue seeing your doctor. This isn't a medical reading. But I feel like you've been getting some blurry vision, and I think it's really your eyes are tired. Your brain is tired, When we're shining our light so brightly all the time, I think it will take its toll on us. So I think there is this need for you to rest. The Four of Pentacles, especially here in the future position, is giving me the idea that you do have to focus on fortifying your body and your mind and your heart, but really make sure that you're following your doctor's orders. Make sure that you are trying to eat healthy and get the activity in, the daily activity that's appropriate for your level of fitness. Again, follow the doctor's orders, but make sure that you're living a kind of balanced life, because I can see you putting a lot of effort into building this. I don't even want to call it a business, right? But building whatever this is, that kind of is going to put stress on your physical, your physical frame. The Power card here at the end. That's the Moon card. That is and you're the sun that's in here. That is that's rising into this darkness, and you are being that for other people. I think you're being the light in the darkness for the rest of us, and everybody wants to follow you. No one wants to go into the whenever there's like in the cartoons, or there's a dark room, everybody is standing behind the person with the flashlight. You notice that? Like, that's the person at the front of the line leading the charge. Everybody else is behind that person. And that's kind of what it feels like. And so it's not that you really know the future. It's not that you, it's not that you're any different from the rest of us, but you're the one with the flashlight. You're the one with the awareness, the consciousness, the spiritual connection, whatever it is. You've got the light, And so you're the flashlight that all of the rest of us want to get behind. So we're not just stumbling around in the dark, being scared and wondering, kind of like a Scooby-Doo episode, Do you have a salt lamp in your house? I feel like you've got a salt lamp kind of glowing right now. I feel there's some kind of warmth next to you. I feel like it's kind of a glowing warmth. I think it's a salt lamp that you've got there. Maybe it's a lava lamp. Do you have, maybe it's a lava lamp. Yeah, those used to get kind of hot, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen one. But we've got your power card there. That's what that moon card is. This is really your destiny. You're the one with the flashlight, and you're right at the front of the line, and you're moving into the future, and you have a lot of support around you. And of course, you have a lot of people that are going to want to follow you into the future, into the darkness, right? Because you're kind of lighting the way for the rest of us, and that's a really big responsibility, and it's a big task, It really is. It's a huge weight, Let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what Tiny Bob has for us today. I don't really know what we need here. I want to see maybe some fire energy. I think it's going to be some more water, honestly. Maybe some more major arcana. I'm almost thinking it's going to be the Fool. Yeah. I'm feeling the Fool here. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. All right. Let's see what we have. Oh, not the Fool, but the Emperor. Okay. I was figuring major arcana. The Emperor is good. This is the very smart business person, But it's not just a business. This is life, right? The Emperor is not just like running a company. It's running all the companies, running the entire empire. Yeah. So this is a card that really says, one, that you're manifesting your will, that you are doing your destiny. Yeah. That this really is your fate, and you're doing it. I mean, this is a wonderful confirmation. This is also a card that says you can't do everything yourself. You have to delegate. You have to put people in place that can help you. You're helping other people. You're doing things for others. You're leaving others suffering. You've got to do for you. Sometimes you need to take a day off. You need to let somebody else open the store and make the sales. You've got to take care of you. You have to let other people help you do that. Okay? You have to listen to others' advice, especially your trusted advisors, right? But the decisions are still yours, right? And make sure that you are still the one making the decisions, but you're taking in the opinions and the information from wherever it's coming to make an informed decision about how to keep kind of progressing in the future. And this is really, there is the business side of this. But there's also the creative, intuitive, kind of spiritual side of it, the holistic side, the healing side of it. But then there's the administrative side about it, right? Did you recently buy a water bottle, but then you never took the tag off and you never put water in it? Go get it. Wash it out, put water in it, okay? Drink more water. Yeah. Make sure that you take care of yourself, because if you are the one with the flashlight, we all need you to be here, to be around, to hold the flashlight. So you have to make sure that you take care of yourself. Okay. Start by drinking more water. Get that water bottle from, I don't know if is it still in your car? I feel like it's in the back seat. It's still in the packaging. You haven't even opened it yet. Go get it. Wash it out, put some water in it. Okay. We're going to do an extended reading, though. If you want to stick around, click on the link that's up here. If not, there is one down in the video description. New readings for Pisces every Thursday and Sunday. Don't miss those. But I'm here every day. You can just come back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Chicago time. I'll be here. All right, I promise. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you're drinking enough water. Okay? I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.